Hi everyone, Papa here.
And Kate and Kai.
And for today's episode of Chef Papa, we're going to be making and decorating Christmas cookies. Kate and Kai, Christmas is 2 days away. Are you excited?
Yes.
What's the most exciting thing for you about Christmas arriving?
Wow, all the treats and the presents.
The treats and the presents. I had a feeling that the presents would come into play for that. Well, Christmas is in 2 days, which means tomorrow is Christmas Eve, which means along with eating some Christmas cookies, we need to set some cookies out for Santa Claus. So we've got to get them ready.
Milk.
And milk, and carrots for Rudolph and the reindeers.
And carrots.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to make the dough for the Christmas cookies first. That's the first thing we need to do. And then the dough will need a chance to rest. We'll probably put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then we will bake and decorate the cookies tomorrow on Christmas Eve day. Now to get started, the first thing we need to do is our mise en place, which is a French culinary term that means to gather everything together. So we need to get all of the ingredients, and the recipe that we are going to be using for our Christmas cookies is the sugar cookie cutouts recipe out of the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook limited edition. I believe this cookbook edition was the 12th edition that came out in 2005. So that's the recipe we're going to be using. So Kate and Kai, can you grab the recipe off the stand, bring it over to us, please?
Yeah.
And let's follow the list. So for our mise en place, we need to get everything together.
Okay, cup, bottle, softened, cup.
Well, let's do them one at a time, and for now we don't need to worry too much about how much we need because we are going to be doubling it and we'll measure everything as we go.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need is some softened butter. We actually have some sticks of butter right there. Can you grab those, please, all 3 of them?
Yep.
Bring those over. Let's go ahead and set them on the counter. And then yes, we've got the butter, and we need some granulated sugar. So we will get some sugar. I'll get that since it's up in a high shelf. So we have the sugar. What's next?
Baking powder.
So there is the baking powder.
Baking powder.
What's next?
Salt.
Salt. There you go. Salt.
Salt.
And then this is where we will look at the amount. So that says
1 egg.
1 egg, but we are going to be doubling this recipe.
So 2 eggs.
So
No.
we will, yes, exactly.
10 eggs.
We're just doubling it, so instead of 1, we will need 2.
Well, we're gonna have some for Santa and us. So when we have at least 10 eggs.
This recipe will make plenty of cookies for Santa and us. And now we need some
Milk.
Can you get the gallon of milk out, please?
And we got eggnog too.
That won't go in this
No,
recipe.
not this. Definitely not. I don't
More
think
cream?
eggnog and this.
And we need what's next on the list?
Let's see. If I can see it in the eggs already. Let's see. Vanilla.
Here you go. Vanilla.
Well, that was quick.
And what's next?
And porpoise flour. I'm guessing it's in there.
It is where the sugar was, but we also have a new bag of it.
Oh, cool.
That is the flour, and what's next?
And powdered sugar and icing.
Powdered sugar icing. That will be what we need to decorate them. So we will not need that today.
Not that.
We will need the icing.
So we got every single ingredient we need.
So let's double check. You say check
Basically
as I
just a
call it.
roll call.
Butter,
Yes.
sugar,
Yes.
baking powder, salt,
Yes.
egg,
Yes.
milk,
Yes.
vanilla,
Yes.
flour.
Yes.
Very nice. Now let's read the first part of paragraph
we
1.
Need a mixing bowl
Nice.
to make the
Okay.
bottle.
Let me get the mixing bowl.
I'm guessing all 3 bottles at the same time.
Well, what does it say about the size of the mixing bowl we need?
Large.
Large.
In a large mixing bowl, beat butter with an electric mixer on medium to high speed for 30 seconds.
Very good. We actually use this extra large
Yes,
bowl
extra large.
to make sure. Now don't get it out yet because we need to
Electric mixer.
electric mixer. Yes.
Wow, it's like the size of my face.
Don't put your face in it. We're going to be making cookies in that. So
I'm not making my face into a cookie. I'm making the butter into cookies.
that's right.
First of all, I don't think a head would be tasty in a cookie.
That is a valid point, and I would fully agree with you on that. Now, you know what this is.
That's an electric mixer.
Nice. You are correct. That
Oh,
is.
we got it stuck in.
No, it's not stuck.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna say, they didn't come with whisks.
Yes, it comes with the attachments.
Should I get the butter?
Not yet. We will get to that then. And
You're just trying to see the white size.
we will set the attachments over there.
And then just place it.
Now, can you get those? There you go.
There we go.
Now this one goes on that side. Nice.
Did
You got
it.
it.
Can I mix?
Nice job. Yes. You will be able to mix. Why don't you bring the chair over?
Where's the butter?
Butter is in the back. Once you get the chair over and get yourself situated, is that where you want to be?
Yep.
Okay, don't open anything yet. Hand me the recipe stand, please.
Yep. All happy to do that. Where did it go?
Or the brown thing, the recipe stand. I'm going to set the recipe on this side and follow along in a, let me first plug in the mixer.
Well, obviously, I mean, it can't walk. So,
Do not touch that yet. Wait, please. It is plugged in. So wait until we're ready.
what does turbo mean?
Where do you see that?
It's a turbo
Turbo? That just means extra fast.
to do that.
No, we won't need the turbo option. In a large mixing bowl, beat butter with an electric mixer on medium to high speed for 30 seconds. Now, here's the thing. We've gotten all of the ingredients out, but we have not measured them yet. So we're going to need some measuring cups and some measuring spoons. If you would open that drawer, the drawer, and grab the measuring spoons. There's a set of measuring spoons, and you can shut the drawer, please.
In, boom. In, boom. In, boom.
Very good. And shut the drawer. Now I've got the measuring cups. Now we're going to double everything.
Got it.
This calls for 2/3 cup of butter.
Got it.
And if you look at the sticks of butter, it will tell you,
So we need 3.
well, what this tells us is 1 tablespoon would be that, and then 2 tablespoons would be that. The whole thing is 8 tablespoons, and it's also 1/2 cup. And here's a 1/4 cup, here's 1/3 cup. Now
So we need
two-thirds cups. So let me show you. 2/3 cups is the same as, in percentages, 2/3 would be 66 and a little bit percent. And so when you take 2/3 and 2/3 and add them together, it is 4/3 or 1 1/3 cup. So in this case, so since we are doubling it, since we are doing 2/3 plus 2/3 or 1 1/3 cups, we need to do 1 cup plus 1/3 of a cup. And 1 cup, how many sticks would it take to make 1 cup?
Probably all 3.
Well, it tells us right here. What is 1 stick equal?
1 to 2 cups.
What that stands for 1/2.
1/2 of a cup.
So if
So
this,
two.
yes, so if this is 1/2 a cup and this is 1/2 a cup, together they make 1 cup.
Yeah.
And then we need 1/3 more than that, which is right to that spot right there. So in this case, and the other way to do this would have been to take 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3.
To just a straight line.
So that's 3 of the 1/3s, and then we would have to take just a little bit of each of these to make another third. So what we need, we've already, by doing the math, we have figured out by doubling it, we need 1 1/3 cups. So unwrap each of these one at a time, and it's going to be oily. So get it to the bottom of the bowl, please.
Oh.
Yeah, it's soft. So don't touch the butter itself. Just touch the wrapper, and now just kind of roll it in with this side. Hold this side right there and let go. And
Oh. Whoa.
shake it. There you go. Nice.
I can't wait to beat this up.
And do the same with the other one.
It's so squishy.
All right, there you go. You got it. You got it. Well, it's softened. It's been out for the, in here. Wait. No, we don't want to take the wrapper off yet. Right. Clean your hands
The
off.
smell.
If you back up just a little bit,
Oh.
we're going to get a knife out because now we determined that we need 1 1/3 cups. So that's 1 cup, and now we need 1/3 cup. So I'm going to carefully, it's softened. Use a sharper knife to get through the paper since it's softened.
You got it.
I did, but the paper on the other side is, there it goes. So I'm going to set this little
My
piece
hands smell those.
that we don't need. And Papa will do this one. So I'm going to,
Your hands.
see, I'm going to unwrap it like this without touching the main stick. And in it goes. Now, wait, whoa, slow down,
I
slow
want to
down.
beat it.
In a large mixing bowl with an electric mixer on medium to high for 30 seconds. Now the first thing we do is we don't turn it on until we get it positioned here. You're left-handed, So use your right hand to hold the bowl, and you can use this part if you want. This hand is going to control it, and we're going to turn it on medium. So look, it goes, and don't use the turbo, but it goes 0 to 5. So medium to high is going to be, let's start on 2. Go to 2. And hold it down in there. And move it, hold the bowl. You gotta hold the bowl and then move it around.
I know how Alexa works.
30 seconds. I'm counting the time.
Yeah, I know.
Keep it down in there, otherwise it'll fly everywhere. And now turn it off. Nice job. And we're just going to set this carefully here for a second. And then we need to go to the next ingredient.
Which is?
Add granulated sugar, which
this?
in this case is, it says 3/4 cup, but since we are doubling, that's 1.5 cups. 3/4 plus 3/4 is 6/4, which is 1.5 cups. And now for this one, we'll use this measuring. 1.5 cups. Here's the 1, and the 1/2 is right there. And so we want to put it flat and level.
And I'll do it.
So you can start putting it
I'll
in.
start putting it in.
Let's just use the 1.
Fine. It was making the gel faster.
Well, it was, but
Now give it like a shake.
hang on. Pour the rest of that in there. Okay. Hey, move. Okay, we're not there yet. Slow down, slow down. Make sure you pour it all. Pour it all. There you
So
go.
shake. Exhale. And then this should. And no.
You need to flatten it out.
Nope.
We're almost there. Keep going a little bit more.
Almost there.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Wait. Stop.
That's all.
We are good on that.
So I just
Watch
dump
the
it now?
mixer. Let's read what it says. Add granulated sugar,
Got it.
baking powder, and salt. So yes, pour that in.
Got it.
Right down in the bottom.
Right in the bottom. Are we gonna be able to mix this after like?
Now
like
we
this?
need 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
What's this? No.
Now we
what's
gotta
that?
make sure because there's a baking soda and a baking powder. This is baking powder. So we got the right thing. It says 1 teaspoon, but we are doubling it. So we need 2 teaspoons. And so we use the 1 teaspoon measure, and we do that twice. And the way we do it, I'll do the first one. Look, we put it in there, get it full, and then we use this flat side of the can top to carefully scrape it flat.
Got it.
That's 1. So you do the same thing, and we don't do it over the bowl because we don't want to spill extra into the bowl. Tip it at an angle. Okay, good. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, we need 2 of those.
Do we need to mix it or something?
Not yet. Add
just
granulated
looks like-
sugar, baking powder, and salt. We need 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
It used to be like a Chloe sun, and now it's just like all can cut. It had half of the sun in it.
So here's the 1/2 teaspoon.
Got it?
We need salt. So I'll measure some salt out.
Is it 1 cup?
Just 1/2 teaspoon.
Okay.
It calls for 1/4 teaspoon. 1/4, which is 25% of a teaspoon. We doubled that, so it's 1/2 or 50%. So that's 1/2. Go ahead and tip that in, please. Okay. And beat until combined, scraping sides of bowl occasionally. So let me show you something for a sec. Now I'm gonna hold on to the bowl.
Yeah.
Put it in there. No, I'm gonna start it and show you something. So I'm gonna put it on 1. What you want to be doing is just moving it around gently. Okay, but you hold the bowl and move it around.
It's definitely kind of a doughy mixture.
That's what we
Kind of
want.
looks like popcorn.
Well, turn it off for a sec. Turn it off for a sec. Hold the mixer, but don't turn it on, please. We will use a spatula. Well, it'll smell much better once we have all of the ingredients in, and it'll smell even better once we bake the cookies. So right now, I am scraping down the ingredients in. Lift the mixer carefully, please. You can set it down in there, but don't turn it on yet. Let me get those ingredients.
So I mix now?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep it on relatively.
1.
Hold on to the bowl. Put the mixer all the way. You see the ingredients at the bottom that aren't yet mixed in. Get them mixed in. There you go. And turn it off. Okay, this time we're going to set it like that from this side so we don't have the bowl fall over again. We are done
Yeah, at least it landed
with
on
those
the bottom.
ingredients. Next, read what happens next. We added the sugar, the baking powder, and salt. Beat until combined.
Now
What does it say?
beat an egg, milk, and vanilla until combined.
So first, it had us add the butter.
Yes.
Right. We put in the butter. Then it had us add the dry ingredients.
Yes.
Now we're adding the wet ingredients. For the eggs, we're going to beat them, or disregard, we're going to crack them into a separate bowl first.
Okay, don't break it. It's a very hard job.
So what I want you to do is crack that egg into the bowl. And you can put the shell in here. And hang on before you do this one. Let me move the bowl. Do that one right there. And get that one in. Very good.
No eggshells.
Why do we crack the eggs here? Clean your hands, and I'll get you a wet cloth. Why do we crack the eggs into a separate bowl other than the one with our ingredients in it?
I don't know.
There are 2 main reasons. The first is if we get any eggshells. We got 1 small eggshell.
2 eggshells.
No, those aren't eggshells. It was just 1 tiny piece of eggshell. So you do it so if there are any eggshells, we can catch them now. And if occasionally, on the rare occasion, you get a bad egg, you don't ruin the rest of your ingredients. So it says beat in egg. It called for 1 egg. We're doubling, so we've got 2 eggs.
Yeah.
So pour the eggs in,
Got it.
please. Just right in the bottom of the,
Ugh.
and we'll
Get that
get
extra yolk.
everything in.
My
Milk,
hand was
it calls for 1 tablespoon of milk. And so since we're doubling, that means we need 2. I'll do the milk. So we want
That much.
1. Go ahead and pour it in. And
Right there with the milk.
the reason I don't do it over the recipe is if I accidentally pour too much. Yeah. Go ahead. So that's 2 tablespoons of milk. Can you off the chair for a sec, please? On the other side, And go ahead and get the milk put away, please. It's not out of the fridge any longer than is necessary. Thank you, good job. Beat in egg, milk, and vanilla until combined. Vanilla calls for 1 teaspoon, so we need 2 teaspoons. You sure can. Here's what I'm gonna have you do.
You open it. I can't. That was probably why I was so tired.
Now here's what I want you to do.
It's so good.
You're left-handed, just like me, so hold that with your left hand. Do you feel comfortable, or do you want to pour with your left hand?
I'll pour with my right hand.
Okay, now pour. Oh wait, keep it flat and pour over. Okay, that's a little more than we need. So right there, get a level teaspoon. So that's good. So
Can you smell it?
not yet. Go pour it in first without spilling it. And you can smell it here.
Well, probably because it's vanilla.
And look, so what you poured over it was 1 more teaspoon.
And we can pour that right there.
So put
Kind
that
of
in.
like a something.
Beat in egg, milk, and vanilla in until combined.
Yes.
So hold the bowl with your right hand and mix with your left. Just put it on 2 or so. Watch the cord.
Can I put it on 3?
Let's start with 2. And you gotta move it around to get it all combined. There you go. Get this up here where it's still white. Now down in the middle. Turn it to 3 just for a second. And that's enough. Turn it off. You don't want it overly mixed. You can overmix a recipe at times as well. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of scrape it and fold everything in.
Is it like the... It's definitely not the kind where it's dough.
Well, not yet, and we'll show the camera that we are getting there.
We are getting there. It does look like something.
It does look like something, I would agree with you. Now it says, beat in as much of the flour as you can with mixer. And we haven't put any flour in.
Oh, that's flour.
Yeah, flour is the last ingredient. The recipe calls for 2 cups, so we need 4 cups. What I'd like you to do in this cabinet,
What now?
get me one of the big plastic containers.
Big,
There's
big
a
one?
little one on top of it, but I want the big one underneath it. And put the little one back. Now, it calls for 2 cups, so we are going to use 4 cups. We're going to get out a fresh knife. And in this case, we are going to put 4 cups of flour. There's 1. Pour that in here.
It didn't spill.
You're going to have to be so rough on it though.
You're being off on it.
Okay, just tip it and pour it. Just if you tip it all the way over, it'll all fall out too. Thank you. Now, here's where the teamwork is really going to come into play when we start beating in the flour. Here's 3. I'll show you how I'll do. I'll do this one. All I'm going to do is just tip it upside down.
Oh, cool. It kind of looks like a mold.
It does. It looks like the measuring cup, doesn't it? You know why you got flour on yourself? Because you're touching the flour. That's how it generally works. Here, go ahead.
Smiley
Put
face.
it in. Oh, you made a smiley face.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Now, what did it say? Read.
Beat it.
Read.
Dump it.
Read that sentence
Beat it.
right here.
Beat in as much flour
As much of the flour
you can.
as you can.
As you can with the mixer.
And then stir in any remaining flour. So with the mixer,
Yep.
hold on, don't start it yet, but be
Yeah.
ready to start it. I'm going to come around to this side since you're left-handed.
Ready?
I will hold the bowl.
Can I put
You
it
can
on 3?
start, go to 1 first. Around everywhere. Keep the mixer straight up and down. Even if you move it around up the sides, keep it up and down. It's going to start to get tough.
I bet you. Don't worry. I got this.
Get this. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Come up the sides. Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the rest of the flour. Down in it, yeah. Get down in the middle. Get down in it, right in the middle of the bottom. There you go. And now up around the sides. Don't pull it all the way out. Okay, I'll take it. Get the cord out of the way. Turn it off for a sec. Was that a workout? Now, see, even when I'm coming up the sides, I'm holding the mixer straight up and down. And now I'm going to pull it out slightly.
Are we gonna want to get like the extras on?
Yeah, so I'm just going to hang and I'm going to turn this on slowly. You'll let that stuff fly off to the sides. And see how I'm keeping it down in the bowl.
Why didn't you do 5 before? I would think
Because
that
we
would-
didn't need to mix with 5. You would think what? I'm sorry, what were you going
I
to say?
would think if you turned it on 5, all the extras would just fly out in a flash.
Well, but you want to go up slowly, get what you can at the lower speeds, and then you'll get the rest of it. So now, what we're going to do is just bring it all
Can I touch
together. You sure can.
Is it dough?
It is dough. Go
Yes.
ahead, you can touch it. It might be a little
Wow.
sticky.
It's a little sticky, but it's not like sticky, it sticks to your hand sticky.
Okay, good. There are a few of the dry ingredients there at the bottom that need to be folded in. And now, read what it says to do next. Go ahead and put that in. So we stirred in all of the flour, all 4 cups
All 4 cups. Can
All
I
right.
make a bowl?
are in here. You sure can. Let me get it all. Let me finish getting it combined. And then we'll show
We're
it.
making ball.
We'll show it to the camera.
It's definitely dough.
So
Can we like try to put it on the ground? The table?
we'll keep it in the container. So there it here. Hands
Hands on it.
and make it into a big ball.
A big,
Like a big basketball.
a big. Well, how am I gonna like roll it in my palms?
Well, you go like this. You start like that, forming it and moving it around
Got
like
it.
that. Nice, you're doing a great job.
And now I'm just gonna like make.
Oh,
just let it
well.
cross.
Okay, but when you're done with that, put that back in the mix. All right. Good. Is that like your snowball? Here, tomorrow that skill will come in handy because we are going to make the cookies tomorrow. So it said beat in the remaining flour,
Yeah.
which we've done,
Yeah.
and then it said to do what?
Cut it in half.
Divide in half. Very good.
Just karate chop it.
I don't know.
Shang.
I'll karate chop it, but with it, we don't want to overwork it here. But I'll use the spatula, or you can.
Yeah.
Here, I want you to just right down the middle.
Right. Ah. So now,
Nice.
that, and now that.
Okay,
And
so
it should be divided in half.
we have it divided in half. So I want you to form this into a ball, please. And I'll form the other half.
It's like snowballs, but it's not powder.
That's right.
And it's not white. And it's sticky.
And we cleaned the counter earlier, so it's okay to set it on the counter.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow,
Okay. Nice. And
Make it
read what it
flat.
said next. Don't touch the red. No, don't touch it. Your hands are a mess.
Divide. This is it. Oh, wait. Cover and chill dough 30 minutes or until easy to handle.
Nice. Okay, so we are done with this step. We're going to cover it and get it into the refrigerator until tomorrow morning. We will bake the cookies, and then tomorrow afternoon we will decorate them.
Yep.
So that's the end of part 1.
Yep.
Stay tuned for part 2,
Yeah.
where we bake the cookies, and part 3, where we...
Decorate.
Nice. Very good. Was that fun?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't
I
it?
was gonna say, tune in next time for 2.
Well, you can say it.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, very good.
Wow, it's balls. How do you make it into a ball?
Kate and Kai, are you ready to get on with the next step of our Christmas cookies?
Yes.
All right, what's the next step?
Wow, the next step is to go get the dough
Okay,
and we'll roll them out. We have a rolling pin.
we do have a rolling pin, and then we're going to cut them out. What do we have as far as the different shapes of Christmas cookie cutters?
We have Santa Claus. We have a reindeer, snowman. We have
Candy cane.
Candy cane. Gold tree.
A holly leaf.
Holly leaf, tree, holly golem. Two snowflakes. A sweater, another snowflake, a stall, a gingerbread man, and a tree.
Another tree. All right, Kate and Kai, now that you've described all of the different cookie cutter shapes that we have, it's time to roll out the dough. This had a chance to chill overnight, so go ahead and take the rolling pin and start rolling it out. Go in each direction a little bit. Now, just one thing, you're holding it in an angle, so you want to hold the rolling pin straight across as much as possible. Okay, go the other direction now. You're doing good. That's it. Okay, now the other direction. Let's do this. You're at a good angle to go up and down. Let me do the sideways rolling.
Yeah, you're doing the sideways rolling. Wow. It's like pizza dough. But it's made for candy.
Or cookies.
Cookies.
All right.
But that's what I meant.
Your turn.
For candy.
Don't push too hard. Let the rolling pin do the work. There you go. While I'm rolling some from the side, can you read paragraph 2, please?
Okay. On a lightly floured surface, roll half the dough
Wait. So slow down a little bit.
On a lightly floured surface.
Okay, we're not flouring it because we have a stick-free mat that we're using, so we won't need to flour.
Let's see. Roll half the dough at a time until 1/8 of an inch thick. See photo light.
Yes, they're showing the measuring of it. Okay, read the next sentence, please.
Let's see. Using a 20.
Okay, the baking pan. Using a 2.5-inch cookie cutter. Keep going.
Cut dough into desired shapes. Place 1 inch apart on an greased cookie sheet.
All right, and we have our cookie sheets ready to go. Now it says 1/8 inch. Okay, we have this piece of wood right here. This side that's silver is 1/8 of an inch. So we need the cookie dough. Are we there yet? Are we down to that level yet?
No.
So keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Let's keep going.
And go all the way. One thing to point out, when you're rolling, go all the way to the end and all the way to the other end so that you're getting all of it. So watch how I'm doing it. So I go all the way to the end and then all the way to this end, and that way we're not leaving some higher than the rest. Hang on a sec. Leave that off to the side for a minute.
What, did you just get a piece of wood and just cut it?
I already had a piece of wood that was cut to the right size. I don't know what the wood was for. I don't remember what I used it for, but in our wood scrap box, we had a piece of wood that was the right size. So, what do you think? I would say we're there.
Bit more.
You want to do a little bit more? Why don't you do a little bit more? Don't press down hard. Do a little bit more everywhere. You get to where it's ready for the shapes.
See? Let's keep going.
Perfect. I'd say we're there. Let's go ahead and...
I'll say a little more. We can just like squish it down.
Just a little bit here. I'll do a little bit more. Now, let's do this. We want to.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Very good. The first thing we want to do is
Santa Claus.
take the shapes. You want to do a Santa Claus first? Well, this can be the cookie that we put out for Santa tonight. Go ahead and put that right in the center
Right in the song, so
and push it down. Don't take it out. Leave it in there. And now get some shapes as close as possible to Santa as you can, whatever shapes you use. And don't take them out. Go ahead and take some more and get them all around. You want to get as many cookies as we can out of this first roll. Yeah, that's good, a sweater.
let's do small ones. Yeah. Do that. Do another golden kind of thing.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't move that, so it's pretty close. Why don't you bring that one over to here
Okay.
and get it off that? Oh, that's perfect. Wait, hang on a sec. There's a side that's sharper than the other side, so put it the sharp side down so it cuts better and you don't hurt your hand. I would say that's it for right now.
Yeah.
So now, what we want to do,
We just carefully take them out.
well, we're going to push down
A little bit more.
again on all of them, just slightly. And now, if you would, please start picking up the dough all around the outer edge. You start on your side, I'll start on my side, and when you're near one of the cookie shapes, you can hold the shape in place to help keep it from coming out. And just make a ball, start making a ball with what you're pulling off.
Are we gonna just like mix both of our balls?
Yes.
Can you come over here? Maybe?
And do it.
Just like get over here. Just like this.
Give me in this drawer, please.
Oh yeah.
If you want a knife, you can grab one out as well. Right here. Use one of those.
You mean the ones that I could barely cut my, with?
You're not going to cut yourself.
That's a possibility.
And what we're doing right now is taking all the excess dough from around the edges of our shapes. So that we can have the shape of our cookies that we want left behind. I'm going to get the first pan ready. We've got the pans lined with the silicone baking sheets. We won't need to grease the pans. I'm going to take this first one off the Christmas tree and carefully.
But surely.
Take it off. There's the Christmas tree. And we're going to keep working our way around.
Can I take one out?
Sure, which one do you want to
Take
do?
out this one.
Okay. Go ahead. Take that one off. Just straight up. There you go.
Now you
Hang on, don't take them all off yet. We're going to work our way across.
Well, I'm gonna take the biggest one that's not Santa off. Because then we'll get this much more room and we'll get much more patches to get more dough.
Now we got the candy cane. Okay, the sweater. I'm going to hold off on pulling the sweater.
And cameo for mommy. You can
Let's
say hi
get
to the
the-
camera. You can
let's
say
get
hi to the
the-
camera.
Let's get
Oh, say hi to it.
the holly leaf.
What?
And hang on, let's keep getting the dough from around Santa Claus before we take his form off. And now the dog is going outside. You hear that in the background. That's what those bells were.
Yeah, that's hot and wet.
Hanalei going outside.
Oh, kind of white past me. Can you take that one out? There we go.
It's a Christmas sweater. That came off.
Okay.
Hang on, here, start
Yeah,
balling
stop
that up, please. Doing good. And we'll get this one, this wreath. And you can have the center of it for,
Wow, look at that. Perfect something.
yes. Now while you're doing that, leave the recipe where it is, but just lean over and read what it says about baking them.
Go into dessert places. Place 1 inch apart on an ungreased cookie sheet. Bake something oven for 7 to 8 minutes or until edges of form and bottoms are very lightly browned.
So what-
Transfer to a wire rack and let it cool. And then we're just gonna let it cool, and I think that's gonna really pick it up.
So what it said was, the part you skipped over was bake it in a 375 degree oven.
Yeah.
And we already have the oven preheated.
Now the big man himself.
That's right. The big man himself, Santa Claus.
Is now next.
And we have the ball.
Yep, ball.
You take the form off Santa. Straight up, hold it here and here, and go straight up, please. Nice job with Santa. And here, we'll use the knife.
Yeah, there's one right there, and there's one right
You get the excess. And
there. And one right there. Yes, you did it.
we'll get right in here. maybe.
Right there. Yep, that's that up. Nobody saw up
Now,
there.
time to
We
take
have
Santa.
Big dough ball again. We have 2 balls again.
Well, now it's time to, as soon as Santa's out of the way, I'm going to have you start rolling. So form it into a ball. Remember how to do that? Go around and around
I
in
did it.
different directions.
One time now. Now.
Santa is up. And Santa is on the baking sheet. First sheet's going in the oven. 7 to 8 minutes. And go ahead and start rolling that out. Now, the first thing I want to start with is another sweater. We are ultimately going to need 4 sweaters because we'll each have a chance to decorate. I'll decorate 1 sweater, you'll decorate 1, Mima will do 1, and Mommy will do 1. So right in the center, let's get us our second sweater. And now
this.
do what you want around the edges as close as you can get. Now read what it says about what happens after we take the cookies out of the oven, please.
So
Paragraph
bake
3,
on a
after we take them out,
after you transfer to a wire.
transfer.
Transfer to a wire rack. What, you think we're making clothes?
And then what does it say? Transfer to a wire rack.
Wild rack and let it cool. If desired, frost with powdered sugar icing. Wow.
Give us another sweater in the middle of that, please. No, we need another sweater. We need 4 sweaters. And
Head into the gingerbread.
the first batch, Gator, has come out.
We could do that.
And did you already make it? Push it down. Good job. And get all the excess from around it.
I think the only thing we can make with the dough really now is really just snowflake, or maybe like the candy cane. Other than that, we can't really make anything else with the dough anymore. Flatten, 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 flatten. I don't have enough for candy cane. Candy cane.
I'm going to put Santa Claus back in for another minute.
Yeah. I mean, he's a thick guy.
He is thick, you're right, that's exactly the reason, because of how thick he is. Now, we have the second half of the batch.
Okay, well.
Then we have this. In fact,
Oh, maybe we can mix that with that, and then it will make it wool.
well, go ahead and we're going to do the same thing we did to the first batch, and that is we need to soften it up. These I'm going to incorporate, okay? I'm going to make these part of this.
And it will
You
warm
hold
it
on
up.
to that for a minute.
Wow.
I'll start giving you more pieces that you can incorporate into that ball.
Magical.
All right, go ahead and add that all together and start making a big ball out of that.
Oh, this is cold. Ooh. Cold. It's thick.
Go ahead, don't squeeze it like that. We don't want it to turn to mush or to get too soft too fast. Right now you just want to incorporate it and turn it into a ball, please.
Yeah. Get it.
Well, I'm going to keep giving you more to add to it.
How much more do we have?
I'm going to give Santa about 30 more seconds,
Okay.
and then we'll pull him out. How much more do we have? What?
Time.
What? Well, we have all of this dough.
We have in the video.
Here you go. So get those all mixed together as one ball, please. Good job. Do it over here on the baking pad, please, so we don't accidentally lose it on you. Get there some more. Good. You're doing an excellent job.
Another piece, please.
All right, Santa's coming out.
Okay. Nice and brown.
Hello, Santa.
Hello.
Yes, he is perfect.
Gonna be very hot. And that's a good thing. That if he's very hot, because he's just out of an oven, and he won't be all cold when he rides his sleigh in the middle of a below zero temperature. Technically, he's just out of an oven.
All right, let me have it, please. Nice job. Oh, yeah. You did a good job with that.
Say I'm strong.
So, what do you want to tell everyone about this experience making Christmas cookies? Why don't you talk to everyone for a minute
Well,
about the experience?
very good experience. I've been messy.
Well, talk to
My hands slightly still smell like eggs, and I've had a great time. In this eventually with all of the shapes. What?
Well, let me ask you this question. Tell everyone, what are you looking forward to most? Frosting the cookies or eating them? Which experience are you looking forward to most?
You already know.
Frosting them.
Eating them.
Oh, eating them. Okay. Okay, here is the rolling pin and some more of the dough.
Ooh, you're mushing that. Okay, now we officially have nothing to
Well, one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is we have to clean up everything. But for now, we're going to call this part of the Christmas cookie making complete as far as the video goes. So thanks for watching this part where we formed and cut out and baked the Christmas cookies. Stay tuned because coming up next, what are we going to be doing next, Kate and Kai? The icing. So we will frost and decorate them is coming next. What's the fourth step? Eating them. All right, stay tuned. More to follow.
Yep.
Now that the cookies have had a chance to cool, it's time to move on to part 3 of our Christmas cookie fun. Part 3 is what, Kate and Kai? Frosting and decorating.
Eating.
And that's part 4, eating, will come after we frost and decorate. So are you excited about moving on and getting them frosted and decorated? Right, and Mima and Mommy are going to join us for this part of the fun as well. So let's get started. The frosting is on the way over.
Let's see, what's in there?
We're all set now for frosting and decorating the cookies. Everybody has a Christmas sweater cookie on the plate in front of them. That is yours to decorate, plus all of the cookies on the plate in the middle are up for grabs for decorating. The Santa Claus cookie that we will leave out tonight for Santa Claus. Kate and Kai, you get to decorate the Santa Claus cookie.
Yeah.
So if everyone's ready, let's go ahead and start frosting and decorating. All right, I believe we are done frosting and decorating all of the cookies. So that brings to a close part 3 of our Christmas cookie fun. And here is a look now at all of the cookies that we frosted and decorated. Everyone had a chance to frost and decorate their own Christmas sweater. Here's a look at Papa's sweater. And here's Mima's sweater. And here's a look at Mommy's sweater. And here's Kate and Kai's sweater. With that, we're going to move on to part 4, which is what, Kate and Kai?
Eating.
Eating. You've already picked out the cookie that you want to eat.
The tree.
The Christmas tree. So why don't you
Did
take
you
a
make
bite?
the bottom peach?
It is the closest I could get to brown with the colors we had. That's the bottom, the stump of the tree. So
What is
the
it,
base of
orange?
it,
Yeah.
it's an orangish color. So go ahead and take a bite and tell us how they taste.
Pretty good.
On a scale of 1 to 10? 10. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. Well, thanks as always for supporting us. Please subscribe and like our videos. Merry Christmas!
And a Happy New Year! I'm gonna eat this in peace.